Hi, thank you for watching Digging to China. I'm Dong Xiong. If you have not done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. On the afternoon of May 30th, Xi Jinping presided over the inaugural meeting of the 20th Central National Security Commission. During the meeting, he highlighted the escalating complexity and the challenges of national security issues. Xi stressed the need for the national security front to cultivate strategic confidence, unwavering determination to achieve victory, and a comprehensive understanding of the strength and advantageous conditions. He emphasized the importance of maintaining a bottom-line mindset and adopting an extreme approach, being prepared to endure significant tests even in the midst of turbulent and challenging circumstances. Since the end of May, there has been fervent discussion within Chinese civil society regarding the concepts of bottom-line thinking and extreme scenario thinking, as well as the significance of Xi Jinping's remarks on facing significant tests amidst turbulent and challenging circumstances. And now, merely a week later, Xi Jinping has offered his own response. Xi Jinping conducted an inspection at the Zhonghuan Industrial Park in Hohhot, Inner Mongolia, on the afternoon of June 7th. After his visit, Xi Jinping emphasized that China relies on advanced technology to achieve self-reliance and strengthen itself, and to overcome technological challenges. The establishment of a domestic, self-sufficient economy aims to ensure the smooth operation of the national economy, even in extreme situations, without conflicting with participation in the international economic cycle. China remains firmly committed to high-level opening up, welcoming cooperation and collaboration for mutually beneficial outcomes. On June 7th, Xi Jinping visited Inner Mongolia in his capacity as the chairman of the Central Military Commission, dressed in military attire. During his visit, he highlighted the significance of enhancing border defense and control, implementing the party's military ideology in the new era, and adhering to strategic guidelines for military affairs. He emphasized the need to understand the characteristics and the principles of border defense, strengthening overall military construction, enhancing border defense and control capabilities, and fortify a robust defense system akin to the Great Wall to protect the country's borders. Xi Jinping underscored the importance of recognizing the value of border defense work, assuming mission responsibilities and safeguarding the borders for the benefit of the party and the people. His emphasis on border strengthening and control carries thought-provoking implications. Here are my takeaways. Firstly, during his visit to Inner Mongolia, Xi Jinping, dressed in military attire, emphasized the importance of enhancing border control and taking on responsibilities. This undoubtedly sends a strong message to China's neighboring countries. Currently, there are several countries involved in territorial disputes with China. India and the Philippines are on the verge of conflict with China, while tensions and conflicts frequently arise between Japan and China, between Vietnam and China. Malaysia occasionally instigates incidents, and Taiwan remains a significant factor. Xi Jinping's speech as the chairman of the Central Military Commission on June 7th clearly conveys a firm and assertive message to neighboring countries. Secondly, Xi Jinping's visit to Inner Mongolia, situated on China's northern border, and his emphasis on safeguarding and controlling the border undoubtedly have implications for the neighboring countries in the north. China's primary strategic defense objective in the northern region continues to be Russia. The relationship between China and Russia involves a mixture of cooperation and vigilance, as they both pose significant geopolitical and security threats to each other. This aspect has typically been kept discreet between the two nations. China has historically deployed its strongest military forces in the north to defend against Russia. Thus, by emphasizing border security in the northern border region, China is sending a clear message to Russia that it is less conciliatory in nature. In response, Russia maintains a high level of vigilance towards China. Recent instances such as the arrest of spies recruited by Chinese intelligence agencies further highlight the cautious stance taken by Russia. Additionally, Russia exhibits reluctance to sell advanced weaponry to China even during Russia's most challenging times. This was evident when China's Minister of National Defense attempted to exert the pressure on Russia, resulting in the denial of advanced weapon sales. Therefore, when Xi Jinping emphasizes border security in Inner Mongolia, it undoubtedly carries implications for Russia, and he must be cognizant of how the Russians interpret such messages. This intriguing phenomenon merits our attention. Thirdly, Xi Jinping has been discussing the concept of internal circulation, aka self-sufficient economy, for 5 years. But it is only now that he has revealed its true purpose. Previously, Xi Jinping talked about both internal and external circulation as two complementary cycles. However, he has now clarified that the objective of promoting internal circulation is to ensure the normal operation of the national economy under extreme circumstances. These extreme circumstances refer to situations where external circulation fails or is severed, and the domestic economy can continue to function smoothly through internal circulation. This vision and plan have been presented by Xi Jinping to the Chinese people. Now let's consider the circumstances under which internal circulation becomes the sole means to sustain China's operations. This would require a scenario of isolation and the complete severance of all external assistance and exchanges, commonly known as closed-door policy. In such a situation, relying exclusively on internal circulation would be necessary, as external circulation would be entirely cut off. However, it is important to further examine the conditions that would lead to the complete severance of all external exchanges. Upon closer analysis, two likely possibilities emerge. First, if the Chinese Communist Party were to initiate an armed invasion of Taiwan and face global sanctions, external circulation could potentially be severed. Second, if the Chinese Communist Party's relations with Russia deteriorates along with Xi Jinping's previous fallout with the West and a further fallout with Russia, this could also result in a complete cutoff of external circulation for China. Considering these factors, we can preliminarily conclude that Xi Jinping is contemplating the potential consequences of a conflict with Taiwan, the implications of strained relations with Russia, and the challenges of simultaneously navigating relationships with both Russia and the United States. Hence, these scenarios may serve as the conditions under which Xi Jinping is studying the implementation of internal circulation. Fourthly, we must examine why Xi Jinping envisions these extreme scenarios for China and why he persists in creating trouble. It appears that he favors either provoking a conflict with Taiwan or simultaneously antagonizing both Russia and the West. What motivates him to design such scenarios? How did we arrive at this juncture? While the potential fallout with Russia is not solely determined by Xi Jinping, launching an attack on Taiwan is entirely within his purview. Thus, when contemplating these so-called extreme circumstances, Xi Jinping is actively preparing for a self-induced crisis. Fifthly, following Xi Jinping's extensive discussion of extreme thinking within the Central Security Committee, he has now expanded this concept from the realm of security to the economic domain. There is currently a push for extreme thinking in the economic field, advocating for the severance of external circulation and the reliance solely on internal circulation for sustenance. Can this approach be considered a manifestation of preparing for danger in times of peace, or a strategy of keeping a low profile? In my view, Xi Jinping's extreme thinking differs significantly from preparing for the danger in times of peace. The latter involves avoiding trouble and actively promoting peace, while Xi Jinping's extreme thinking includes actively seeking conflict, such as the provocative ideas of attacking Taiwan. Previously, when Xi Jinping spoke about security, discussing bottom-line thinking and extreme thinking, many of us perceived it as mere empty rhetoric. However, recent news indicates that he is now applying this rhetoric to the Chinese economy, posing a threat to every individual in China. It is no longer just a political rhetoric or abstract principles. He is incorporating this extreme thinking, this concept of limits into China's economic sphere, which exacerbates its destructive nature. Based on the above analysis, it is crucial for us to take Xi Jinping's extreme and misguided endeavors seriously as he employs the concepts of bottom-line thinking and extreme thinking to disrupt China. China has the full capability to avoid a situation where it faces global sanctions and relies solely on internal circulation to sustain its population. This is an issue that every Chinese person should be attentive to. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. Just click the subscribe button right here. I'll see you again shortly. Until then, be well.